Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AFR's Tier 3 race around China, Shanghai, China. My name is Bandcamp, and I will be streaming solo tonight, I believe. But yeah, second last round of the season, and we're about to get into it. I think Bunnings Snags is the first car out on track in the Aston Martin. Only 16 drivers tonight in Tier 3. So it should be fairly straightforward. Looks a little bit overcast. Haven't had any weather reports as yet. So don't know if we're going to be expecting any rain. Interesting to note that Bunnings has come out on the medium tyre. So has Striker in the Alpha Tauri. I believe this is one of the longest sections of straight in the F1 calendar. Seems to go on forever. So Macau in chat saying there's no rain forecast, so it should be pretty straightforward in terms of strategy. As Bunning Snag comes around the final corner now to start the first time lap. DRS open and across the start finish line, and away we go. Into a very unique turn one here that just gets tighter and tighter as the corner progresses. Want to swing out wide and then cut back in as he's doing now. Getting ready for turn two. He hits the apex there. Wait to get on the power. Control that throttle. Does a nice job using a lot of the exit curve there. Hard on the brakes here, where we saw Daniel Ricciardo go for that full send on Valtteri Bottas a few years ago. Now into this long left-hander, a corner that I'm sure will put a fair few tyre temps through their paces. Looking like a reasonably calm lap so far from the Aston Martin driver. Ooh, gets a little bit tail happy there. Running wide and then cutting back into this long right-hander. Hard on the brakes. He braked at about the 100-meter mark, so a little bit early, but hit the apex. A little bit of oversteer on the exit. DRS open again. Comes across the line with a 1:33.280. So first time lap there. We've got Joel making their debut tonight in the Ferrari as Ali comes across the line. Not able to match Bunnings. The same with Lights, and they're both on the softer tyre. We'll just stay on board with Joel for the moment in the Ferrari. Oh, and he runs off track. Bit of a messy end to that sector 2. Saggy Kid goes fastest with a 1:31.9. About 3/10 quicker than Forehead in the Haas. So what's the time going to be for the reserve driver? Comes across the line at 1:34.4. Good enough for P7 for the moment. Drop down to Farmer Sam. Farmer Sam being a bit unlucky of late. Been in some good positions, but fortunately some racing events have just caught him out, and he's lost out on some good results. So hopefully he can finish the season in a strong manner. Ooh, takes a lot of that curb. That definitely wasn't the fastest way around, but good enough for 6th place, 1:33.8. His teammate only F1 on the mediums. Oh, getting on the throttle a bit early, but manages to hold that oversteer. Comes across the line at 1:33.9, so teammates right next to each other, just a 10th separating both of them. And I'm not sure if Seb is intentionally retired or if he crashed out on track, but yeah, he is out of qualifying, so he will not be setting a time. Lights and Bunning Snags both leaving the pits for their second run. Oh, I can't stand that audio glitch. Sorry, so maybe we'll go around with Bunning Snag again. He's deciding to let the Alpine driver through, as well as Joel in the Ferrari. He's going for a second hot lap, looks like. Maybe on their in lap now. Lights pulls out of the way. So Lights and Bunning Snag about to start flying laps, and they're very, very close to each other on track. So not the best positioning from these guys. Jump on board with Lights, see how he goes. Takes a lot of it, goes over that curb. Coasting through turn one, gradually downshifting, light on the brakes, controlling it into turn two, being careful on the throttle coming out. Looks reasonably clean. Almost 2/10 up on his time at the moment. Joel in the Ferrari getting out of the way, pulling to the left, letting Lights through. Got about 8 minutes left in this session. Bunning Snags goes fastest with a 131.8. So just a tenth ahead of Saggy Kid. Lights improves by 7/10, good enough for P7. 133.6. Now we'll jump down to Scar Souls. Ooh, having a bit of a moment on that long right-hander, looks like. So Scar Souls, Crush and Beatty all yet to set a time, and obviously Seb out of qualifying, so he won't be setting a time at all. So Scar Souls comes across the line, P8, 133.0. Forehead with the new fastest lap of 131.5. So times are definitely starting to come down now, but that's probably the biggest gap that we've got there at the moment. Almost 3/10 clear is Forehead. So I think now some of the drivers just waiting for the time to come down a little bit, because track conditions are time generated, not really how many cars are actually going around. So they're just waiting for the end of the session. Conrod now about to start a lap. Up by 4/10 in the first sector, goes a little bit deep. Not too bad. Running a little bit wide there. Going a little bit deep, a little bit offline there at the moment through the middle sector. DRS is open. Rides the curb there, comes across the line, and he improves by 5/10, so pips Joel in the Ferrari for the moment, for the time being. Go on board with Farmer Sam, currently on a hot lap. Oh, he's got that all wrong. Nearly 6/10 off his best at the moment, with just over 3 minutes left in the session. And he is just going to abort that lap now, coming straight into the pits. Lots of drivers starting to come out now. And Ali about to start his lap now, after going extremely slow on his out lap, so I'm guessing his tyres are going to be pretty freezing cold by the time he gets to turn 1. And he locks up left front. You can see he's really struggling with understeer and trying to get on the power, just not keeping temperatures in those tyres. Is really going to hurt this lap. Putting 2 wheels on the grass there. Locking up again. Keeping it in control. Oh, almost goes around. And he's 4/10 up at the moment. So he does improve, but only good enough for 10th at the moment. 133.2. Conrod's retired from the session. We've got 1 minute remaining. Crush going out on the medium tyre. He should have enough time. See, forehead is currently 2/10 down. Jacob Meister retires from the session in P5, and forehead goes a little bit deep into the hairpin. That's not too bad, but I don't think he's going to improve. He needed a really good final sector, and he runs wide and invalidates. So we'll go on board with Crush now, leaving his last time run right until the very end. Oh! And he's aborted. I'm not sure what that was about, but there goes his chance. So he'll be starting in 15th. Bunning Snags almost matching his best time. He needs to find 3 turns from somewhere. He's almost a 10th up now. Currently sitting in P2, so he is on the front row. He's purpled the middle sector. So he's going to need to nail this hairpin and the final corner to have any chance of getting pole position. Takes a lot of that curve, gets on the power nice and easy. Oh, he understeers into the final corner, misses the apex. Is it going to be enough? He loses time, but he does improve. Saggy Kid has already finished. Farmer Sam now, 2/10 up. He is going to need to find some more time as well if he's going to gain any positions. Oh no, well, he might get ahead of Jacob Meister here actually. The McLaren driver. And he does, and he improves by 3/10, so 132.4. So that's qualifying done. Forehead taking out pole position with a 131.5, followed by Bunning Snags, then Saggy, Only F1, Scarsoul, See Me Skate, Striker, Farm Sam, Jacob Meister, and Joel on debut, rounding out the top 10. Just missing out there on the mediums was Ali, followed by Lights, and then Conrad in 13th. Then we had Seb, Crush, and Beatty all not setting lap times. So they will start from the back. Just waiting to load in now. And someone's already readied up. So drivers will be scrambling to adjust any tyre pressures or race strategies or their starting tyres for those outside the top 10 before we start our formation lap and get this race underway. So it still looks a little bit overcast, but reports are saying that it's going to be a dry race, so we'll take that at face value. Oh, we have another countdown. Alrighty. And I don't have any controls at the moment. Oh, there we go.
Evening, Ben.
Hello, Mr. Psycho. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. What about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. So we've just finished qualifying, and drivers currently on their formation lap. So everyone outside the top 10 has opted to either start on the mediums or the hards. Conrad, the only one to go on the hards. Everyone else inside the top 10 starting on the softs, and it looks like Conrad and Seb have come together on that formation lap. So Conrad really going to be at a disadvantage now, trying to get off the line on freezing cold hard tyres. So not the best start for him or Seb, for that matter.
What, sorry, I only hopped in now. I saw you were alone, so I thought I'd jump in. What happened to Seb? Why is Seb at the back?
I'm not too sure. I didn't see anything on stream. I'm not sure if it's just because he's leading the championship he's decided to do that, or if he had some technical issues. Not too sure, but yeah, did not set a lap time. Either did Crush, who aborted their run right at the end, and Beatty as well. No time set.
Very interesting. So I do believe I saw in the chat just before, Panda said that Seb had to outscore Crush by 6 points to lock down the championship.
Interesting. Well, the two title contenders starting right at the back, so not the best place for them to be starting, but it is what it is. As Forehead comes around the final corner, getting ready to start this race, as Saggy Kid loses connection at one of the worst times. So watch out for his AI about to murder some people. He's going to be starting in third place.
Oh boy. That's dangerous.
Yep. It's the last few cars pulling into their grid slots now. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're racing, and the Mercedes doesn't go anywhere, and he collects his teammate. Scar Souls, no wing. Forehead in the lead now. The Aston Martin looking down the inside. And my leaderboard is glitching out. Like, don't know what it's doing.
You're absolutely right in saying that Tagik is going to kill some people.
Yeah, well, and one of the last person you want to take out is your teammate, and he's taken out his front wing. So Mercedes off to a terrible start so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my leaderboard is broken or not, but I believe Seb has gone from 16th to 7th in the first couple of corners.
Yes, it would appear like that, and as well as Crush. He's taking Crush with him.
Not only did he get past his championship rival, he also managed to climb up from 16th to 7th in less than half a lap.
Yes, very impressive start there from Seb and Crush. And Lights as well. So bad starts for the Ferrari driver of Joel and Striker, Jacob Meister, Scarsouls and Saggy all going backwards on those soft tyres. Only F1 having a bit of a look. Oh, the Aston Martin, Bunning snags, has a last minute dive down the inside of Forehead.
Oh, brave move. It's not good seeing these soft runners struggle the way that they are, because they do typically have a faster tyre for at least the first 3 or so laps before those softs start overheating and just start wearing.
Yeah, the soft tyre's never really been a good race tyre around this track, especially with those long, fast corners. Just puts way too much load on them, and they overheat and wear out quite quickly.
Combat actually having a good point with the smog being so realistic. I don't know what the game is doing. I don't know what's. It's very strange, but it's like, especially in the braking zones, it's like this haze.
Maybe it's just simulating what it's actually like in Shanghai. All the pollution and everything that goes on there.
So, yeah, Seb has managed to climb to 7th. He hasn't managed to make up any more just sort of second lap lights, seeming to be able to hold them at bay.
My game has just crashed.
Oh, lovely. Alright, radio show for a bit then. Nothing new. So we are about to start the third lap, which means DRS will be enabled. And this track is pretty notorious for DRS trains around it for that last sector, because you could just gain so much time on the guy ahead of you. It's pretty ridiculous. If you drop out of that DRS, it's going to hurt. And I can see a couple of guys are sort of teetering on that 1 second mark, so they'd be looking to burn some ERS to try and make sure that they don't lose DRS this lap. Lights nearly making a move on Skady into the first corner for 5th place, and Seb right behind them.
Yeah, just loading back in now.
Lights getting past Skady in sector 2, and the leaders have now broken DRS. So the first 3 cars, 4 pit Bunning Snug and only one, and they've broken DRS to the rest of the train. But from 4th place down to 13th is just one long train.
Yeah, back in now. So I don't have any leaderboards yet at the moment.
Well, you want to keep your eye on Lights, because I think he's going to try and get past Farmer Sam here. Farmer Sam dropping out of the DRS range, so Lights hitting DRS obviously, Farmer Sam not. Lights burning all the DRS will make the overtake pretty easily into the second last corner.
Oh, big moment there for Farmer Sam.
Good recovery.
Farmer Sam now is going to have DRS. Can he retaliate? But he's under pressure now from Seb. Seb looking for the move.
Makes it beautifully.
And he blocks off Farmer Sam. No chance of getting that position back.
Skady on Crush. Oh, Crush on Skady, really. Oh, a lot of argy-bargy, but looks like Crush is going to get the best of Skady there. Ferrari of Joel also trying to make a move on Skady, but just couldn't quite get the switch back done.
Ali also getting past Striker. But yeah, the 2 Mercedes drivers really not having a great race so far. Struggling with connections, I believe.
That's what it looks like. Joel going very, very wide there, as the other Ferrari of
Beatty
passed him. Sadly disconnecting again.
There's a battle for the lead going on as well. Forehead and Bunning Snags side by side. Oh, Bunning Snags making the call, going into the pits.
You would expect those soft runners to do it at about lap 3 or 4 if they're going to do a 2-stopper, I think.
Yep, so Forehead and only F1 staying out for the moment. Jacob Meister as well staying out on the soft tyres, and Striker.
There we go. Bunning Snag looking for that 2-stopper, so he's going for the undercut. We'll see what he can do against Forehead. I imagine that the undercut will net him P1 again. We'll have to keep an eye on it. As my timing board just broke.
Yeah, I believe that was Scar Souls rejoining. Every time someone rejoins, it kills the leaderboard, which is great. But yeah, I believe this is one of the few tracks where like a 2-stop is actually viable. Because the other option is doing like soft hards or medium hards, and you know, the hards at any track aren't particularly fast, so the tyre selection here is more about trying to just get to the end. not necessarily worrying about lap time. As I think we've got a little bit of a battle on our hands behind with Lights and Only F1 side by side into the hairpin. Not making any contact. Only F1 making the move. And then shoots off into the pits. Does Forehead and Only F1.
Seb on Lights. Now let's see where Forehead comes out compared to Bunning Snag.
Well, we'll jump on board with Bunnings. He's coming up to the final corner now. The other cars are leaving the pit lane now, and he is well and truly clear of Forehead. Well and truly.
By a country mile. Conrod jumps him as well.
Well, Conrad hasn't stopped yet. He started on those hard tyres.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that there's no in between them. Forehead anyway. But yeah, that's a 2.5 second gap Bunning Snag managed to make.
That's a massive undercut.
But different strategies here. So Bunning Snag, as Trent says in chat, he will have to stop again. Forehead goes for the hard, so Forehead is planning on going to the end on these tyres. Joel and Farmer Sam side by side through the S's of Sector 2. Great racing, leaving each other plenty of room.
There's also a battle up the front with P1, 2 and 3. Two Alpines and the Williams. Lights struggling with his ERS management at the moment. Just holding on to the back of Seb. I wonder if he's going to get a tap on the shoulder from his teammate behind. Or the old hurry up.
I imagine that would be the case. Crush would definitely want to get past Lights quickly. Combat in the chat asking if you managed to do the 4 AM Daytona band.
I did not do the 4 AM Daytona. I just did the one attempt this year as I did last year. So didn't go so well due to some technical issues and people not having the ability to turn left and way too many safety cars. As I say that, we get a safety car of our own.
Scotty retired. He hit the wall out of turn 4.
Yeah, we see him there on the left-hand side of the track as the two Mercedes go past. So this is a real saviour for the two Mercedes at the back now, bringing them right back into contention because they were way off the pace due to their race falling apart in the first 2 seconds of the race.
No, Snicky, there's no rain planned. It's just overcast. There might be rain, but because we do use the approximate setting, but there's no rain planned. Well, no rain forecast, I should say. Sorry. Yeah. So what do you reckon these guys are doing now? The guys on the mediums are going to pit. Do they have to go for the hards?
Well, you'd think so, just to get the mandatory 2 compound rule out of the way. So Lights puts on the hards. Yeah, it looks like they're all going for hards.
Yep. Will Bunning Snag retake the lead? Yes, he will.
He will. But he is going to have to stop again. I don't think those mediums will take him all the way to the end.
No, they definitely won't. He will definitely need to come in one more time. So if there's another opportune safety car, he might be able to pull something off. But yeah, it's going to be really hard for him to maintain the lead of this race.
So the Mercedes safety car this week.
We've had the Aston Martin the last couple of weeks, so it's good to see the Mercedes back.
Yes, it is. It's really weird seeing so many people on the hard tyre because it really has not been used at all this season, except for the odd person here and there. But it appears that this is the main strat for China.
Just sort of goes on the safety cars, so a couple of guys really, well, only 3 guys really banking on it. So you got Bunning Snag on F1 and Pump Sam banking on another safety car, and everyone else sort of hoping that there isn't another safety car. But I imagine we get one more lap.
Yeah.
So those Mercedes trying to catch up.
Yeah, I think we'll the safety car will come in at the end of next lap. That's my guess.
I believe the connection issues are sorted out. It looks like Scarsos and Sagi are back in their cars. Hopefully none of them have bodywork damage.
Yeah, I think the damage settings might be less here, but I'm not too sure.
Keep an eye on them and see what they're doing on the restart. We've got Striker ahead, not having a fantastic race. Qualified really well, but unfortunately not managing to keep it in the points yet. Still a long race to go though. Unfortunate for Skady.
Yeah. So lap 9, so the safety car should come in for the start of lap 10. And that'll leave us with 18 laps of racing. Oh, yeah, roughly.
Yeah, that's just too far to push those mediums. They're going to be hurting by the end. I mean, theoretically they should be able to make it, but
I don't think you'll be particularly quick if you were to try and stay on them from here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to try it. You'd be banking on another safety car. I'd probably lap 16, 17 would be nice.
Well, Martin Brundle always says safety cars breed safety cars. As we get the message, it is coming in this lap. So Seb now in P2, his title rival down in P8 after having to double stack behind his teammate, costing him a truckload of places.
I was trying to work out what happened there, why Crush dropped back so far back. He's probably really frustrated with Lights now for not letting him past earlier, because he would still be in P3.
Well, it is what it is. Bunning Snags now controlling this safety car pace. Desperately trying to warm up these tyres, other guys on the hards. Bunning Snags
really
is gone. Yeah, he has. He caught Seb out a little bit. May have worked for him because he's not going to be close enough to have a look at Bunnings coming into turn 1.
Only if one on Lights gets it done. Oh, Joel has gone around.
Ali as well, getting past the Ferrari of Beatty. Farmer Sam as well, trying to squeeze his way through.
Those hard tyres for Beatty just not lighting up yet, I don't think. Mercedes of Saga Kid making up a ton of positions in the first couple of corners. Scarcells as well, look at them. Absolutely storming through the field.
Apparently still their rise. Ali up into P7 now. And Crush doing excellent on that restart, managing to get back up into P5. So crucially getting places on that restart. Also, Bunning Snags going backwards, getting passed by Seb and only F1. They're
He's
all...
boxed in here.
Oh, we're going to be 3 wide into the hairpin. We are 3 wide. We are 3 wide.
Look
Seb,
at lights! Look at lights! Double overtaking the hairpin.
Seb having to back out there, trying to play the smart long game, having him come back at them. That was good driving by those guys there to avoid any contact.
Absolutely. Hats off to lights as well. What a move.
And that puts Bunnings back in the lead.
Oh, what a chaotic lap. Ascar Solstice is again.
We've got Lights and only F1 battling for position, trying to hold on to that podium position.
Those mediums still a little bit better. Only F1 managing to keep his lead. Bunning Snag using the mediums to his utmost advantage, pulling that second gap on Seb. He needs to maintain that. He needs to actually extend that if he wants to keep on the lead of this race. If Seb gets within DRS, I think it's over.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing to try and keep him out of that 1 second margin that Seb needs to get DRS.
Joel managing to get past Conrad in the end as my timing board completely dies on me again.
Yep. So DRS is now enabled. And Seb, yeah, he's still losing only a little bit, but he's still losing time to Bunning Snag. So those medium tyres are still faster at this stage.
Yeah, he'll need to put his foot down now and try and get as much of a gap as he can, or else he'll be in trouble in a few laps' time. Combat pointing out that Seb doesn't need to push yet. That's very, very true. He'll have the tyre life at the end. He can just maintain as long as he defends from behind. I do imagine that he'll feel better if he can at least break DRS down there fine. Which he has done now.
Ali putting forehead under a fair bit of pressure.
Very true, Combat, very true.
His forehead picks up a 3 second time penalty. And he's fallen out of DRS. Ali's going to be on here.
Yep,
He's already making the move before they get to the DRS activation point. So maybe forehead's picked up some damage somewhere, because he is definitely going backwards. Beatty as well, having a look. Oh, Beatty!
No!
Almost takes out the Haas. And this opened the door for Farmer Sam, and Forehead has gone into the back of Farmer Sam.
Jacob also spun there. Jacob got hit by I don't know who.
This is what I was talking about. Farmer Sam just trying to mind his own business and gets collected by somebody else after having a good race, and he's out.
He hit the pit wall.
And we have a safety car, another safety car.
That would make the likes of Bunning Snag very, 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 very happy. Same with RL, same for only F1. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see these hard runners all pit for mediums now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But yeah, Forehead there, unfortunately, just driving straight into the back of Farmer Sam. Spinning them around, and we had chaos at that final corner.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. There were about 3 different incidents there that I could see. Forehead needs to go past the safety car and move. There we go. Okay. I don't know why he's driving so slow then.
So we'll move up towards the leaders and see what they elect to do.
I'd be surprised if we didn't see them all hop into the pits. I know the medium runners definitely will.
Yes, Bunning Snags is pitting. Seb
Seb
staying
stays out.
out. Only F1 stays out.
Ali coming in. Saggy coming in. Scarsoul's coming in. Striker.
Oh, Ali picking up a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane as well.
Jacob coming in. So, interesting mix of strategies here. I don't know what's better, to be honest. So a couple of guys decided to stay out. Seb obviously feeling comfortable enough on the hard tyres to think he can make it to the end, so he's staying out. Only if one, I think, really missed an opportunity here. He should have pitted. He absolutely should have pitted.
Yeah, I feel that that's going to hurt him in the long run. I mean, even if there's another safety car, he's going to be out of sync. He'll need a safety car pretty quick.
Forehead has a 3-second penalty combat, so that would be for track limits.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. Absolutely, he made a big mistake there. Twin pointing out that Ali only dropped 2 spots and got on the mediums, but then he sped in the pit lane.
Yes, he certainly did.
Yeah, so potentially Bunnings is on the best strategy. He's in a really good position right now. He's got much better tyres than his hard roads in front of him. Only F1, I think, is well and truly in the mud here. What's Jacob assessment for? 5 seconds on speeding with the lane, okay. So.
Yeah, that was for speeding. So, still waiting for some of these guys to catch up. Seem to be taking their time.
I believe you're not wrong, Combat, but the mediums are just a lot better for the first, I'd say maybe 7-8 laps. Macau correcting me there, 4 to 6 tenths.
So we're over the halfway mark now.
Two safety cars so far. Still plenty of time for more chaos.
So Scarsoul's also being quite smart there and getting off his 6-lap-old mediums onto a fresh set.
Only 2 DNFs so far. It's going better than last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, Melbourne was the car killer, it seemed, last week.
Pretty much half the grid DNFing in all 3 tiers.
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Oh. Forehead and Joel coming together.
That's not good. Forehead must have hit Joel. Yeah, Forehead's actually missing an end plate. And safety car comes in this lap. Oh, Forehead is not going to be happy. To be honest, neither is Joel.
Well, if you might serve that, or you might be able to appeal it if he doesn't stop again.
Yeah. Seb doing Seb things and holding up the pack very early on.
Yeah, just trying to back up the pack.
Yeah. Not sure if it's Joel's debut combat. I think he might have raced once or twice before. Might be his debut, I'm not 100% on
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is his first race. So safety car is now in the pit lane, so Seb can go at any moment from here, and he's gone.
Nice and early.
And he's already half a second clear. Forehead peels off into the pits. And there's a big gap at the back there between Joel and the saggy kid.
Yeah, very scrappy restart from the back half of the grid, that's for sure. So I believe we should keep our eyes on Bunning Snag and Ali. These guys on these fresh tyres will be looking to make up some positions quickly.
Lights picking up a 3 second there.
Oh, Ali nearly collecting Bunning Snag. Trent's right, this track is yellow. There's some odd glitch, obviously.
Well, I don't see anyone in the ground like we had at Melbourne. There was an Aston Martin under the track.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, this is strange. Full course yellow. This is very odd. Can they overtake? Will the game let them? Find out in a sec.
Yeah,
Bunning
I'm not
Snag
sure.
on Beatty. Bunning's much braver on the brakes on those fresh mediums.
Oh,
as Beatty goes around.
Ali gave him a tap. Ali gave him a tap, and that sends a Ferrari spinning around.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Beatty loses all those positions. Yeah, that's going to hurt him. Bunning Snag, though, on those fresh tyres, getting past Beatty fairly easily. Now he'll be looking to make up the position on Crush as well. Get himself closer to that podium. Striker and Saggy going side by side. Oh, Striker! No.
Striker, he's lost it.
As we're back to green again.
Just needed another yellow.
2 yellows makes it green. Combo pointing out it could be a spectator bug. That's possible. Maybe these guys have green flags. We just don't know.
Scarsoul's really struggling with his connection issues tonight. He's left and joined this race maybe once a lap almost. Well, that's what it feels like.
Yep. Yeah, he's not having the best time. In saying that, he's somehow still on the points. I'll take that with a grain of salt.
And he rejoins, so we lose our leaderboard. But only F1 DRS now enabled. Only F1 able to stay with Seb. Still, there's a DRS train from the leader all the way down to P6, all within DRS range of each other. Ali just holding on.
Yeah, so on F1 has probably got another 5 laps of wear left in those tyres before they're going to start to feel really bad. And there's 10 laps left in the race, so we'll see what he manages to do. A couple of guys sort of teetering on the edge of that DRS. They want to definitely hurry it up and try and get within range, or else they're going to drop out of train. On F1 starting to get a little scrappy. I can see a couple of snaps of oversteer this lap. He's starting to struggle.
And he's not as close as he was to Seb at the start of the lap or at the safety car restart. But he is closing fast on Seb. Seb goes defensive. Holds him off for the moment. But there is another DRS operation down this main straight. So Seb's still under a fair bit of pressure at the moment.
Yeah, Seb's got a lot in his battery though. He's not really pressured. I think he knows what's going on with the tyres, so he knows only if not be able to keep up. His real competition is Lights and Crush. Lights of that penalty sort of takes him out of contention, so Crush is the only real threat here for Seb at the moment. You can see the Lights taking suboptimal lines, trying to find a weakness in Only F1's defense. Only F1 making that Alfa Romeo as wide as he possibly can.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't think only F1's going to be able to get to the end on those tyres. Because we've got 9 laps to go, and he's already put 12 laps on them. So
he's burning so much ERS. He's going to try and overtake Seb here. Seb going defensive again.
oh, he drives into the side of Seb. I don't know what he was thinking there.
Definitely a bit aggressive as he does manages to the overtake on Seb. Lights gets past as well. Only F1 just bullies his way through. Seb going up the middle, 3-1 into turn 1. This is not going to end well. Seb backs out. Very smartly decides to get out of that chaos. Only F1 burning so much of his tyre wear there and also so much ERS. I don't think that was very smart, overtaking Seb like that.
No, because now he's going to be the one that everyone's getting DRS on. And he's going to have nothing to retaliate with.
Yeah, he's burned all of his ERS. So is Lights though. Seb sitting at 60%, Lights is on 17. Seb is he's just cruising. Yeah, Sneaky pointing out way too aggressive on the F1. Absolutely. He's going to regret that very soon.
Also a little bit of action between Bunning Snags and Ali further down the grid. But I will jump back up with these leaders.
Seb's still not burning ERS. He's happy just sitting there.
Oh, Joel's lost it on the exit.
Oh no. Lights in on F1, still battling pretty hard for the lead. Seb content to just sit back and wait for his opportunity. Only F1 disconnected, I think.
Did he?
He's got a red X on my screen. Oh, Bunning Snag went off at turn 1.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he went wide. Yeah, I think only F1. Yeah, he's left. He's lost connection. He's left the session.
His game crashed. That's unfortunate. So he's going to drop down a couple of positions there. Saggy Kid coming through on those fresh medium tyres, gets past Crush, and now battling only F1's AI. Oh, ow, that was really optimistic by Saggy Kid. Very, very optimistic. Kind of silly, actually, I think, to try and overtake like that. Ali on Crush, can he get it done? Into sector 3, ooh, side by side, a little bit of wheel banging. Now, who gets the better traction?
The Mercedes.
Ooh, very true. Will all 3 of these guys have DRS? They do. Oh no, this is going to be chaos. 3 wide. Oh,
are we going to be 4 wide?
the F1, sinking like a stone.
And Ali getting past Crush as well. And Crush getting back past in
Later
front
on
of that
race.
Red Bull.
Yeah, well done to him. So on the F1 down to 6th now. He's got a bit of a gap to Jacob. Hopefully he can get back in, but those tyres are dead. He's got no hope. He'll just drop down now. Seb quite content. Still full tank of battery, sitting in 2nd place. Happy to just sit in Lights' DRS. Lights with that penalty obviously means Seb doesn't really have a care in the world. Crush being 2.8 seconds behind. Now, there's still, if the race finishes in the current order, Seb, I believe, will still not have locked out the championship completely.
And then it will take it to the final race.
Yeah, which is quite exciting. Alright, Saggy Kid, it looks like he's going to make a move on Ali here for P4. Ali goes defensive. Saggy on the outside, they leave each other enough room. It looks clean. Looks like Saggy's managed to get the move done.
And he's in DRS of Crush as well. So Light's still only on that 3 seconds, so Crush would still be P3, Seb would be first, so I don't know if that's enough to win.
If Crush is P3 and Seb's P1, that would be enough.
As Combat pointed out in the comments.
Yeah, so Seb could lock the title down here if Crush doesn't get P2. We'll just have to see how it goes. Hang on, I'm going off second-hand information here. Let me check myself.
So Saggy trying to get past Ali but without DRS, because Ali was behind at the DRS detection point. Again they go side by side through the hairpin. And again Saggy is going to give DRS to Ali.
Seb needs to outscore Crush by 9 points.
Well, Seb has taken the lead now. Oh, Lights has gone off, I think.
Not completely, but he is dropping back. I'd say he had an incident.
Well, he went from the lead and he's lost 2 seconds, and now he's under pressure from Saggy and Ali.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure what happened, but he's definitely had a moment. He's lost a lot of time. And he's losing out to Ali and Saggy. Maybe did he disconnect?
No, he didn't disconnect. I'm not quite sure. I don't know why he's losing so many positions. Maybe his tyres are hot. I'm not 100% certain. On the F1, has obviously pit for those fresh softs, so he just made a position on Joel, so he's back in the points again. So that's good for him.
And he might try and go for that fastest lap as well.
Yeah, I'd say so. If he does, that would. I don't know who has it at the moment, actually. Saggy has it at the moment at a 1:34.4. Oh, I believe Beatty is around in sector 2.
Oh yeah, I see his dot on the track getting going again.
No damage, that's good. Ali looking to try and get that P3. He does have that penalty though, so I don't think he's going to be on the podium.
Bunning Snags back in this fight now as well.
Yeah, he's done well to recover from that spin, back up to P6. Penalties included, he could finish P4 actually, so he's done well to recover. Jacob as well, Jacob not having the best time recently, he's currently sitting in P7. If he can hustle a little bit, he should get some really good points here as well.
Only F1 making the move on Scar Souls. As Scar Souls leaves again.
He's not having a good time. Still in the points though.
So we are now on lap 26 of 28. We won't see any more safety cars from this point on. Crush 1.2 seconds behind the race and championship leader Seb. But it's all about this battle for the final podium position, as only F1 sets a fastest lap of 134.0. Ali putting a lot of pressure on Saggy Kid. Oh, Crush is within DRS range now. I don't know, has Seb killed his tyres? Because he is losing a fair bit of time now.
I'm not 100% certain. It could very well be the case. He definitely did do that on purpose. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. This final podium position is definitely still up for grabs here. Saggy Kid is looking good for it, but he's got to deal with the guys behind him, and they're not very patient, as Bunning Snag looks to make a late dive on lights into the second last corner. Gets the move done for the last corner, so well done to him. Both of them will have DRS, and Lights has no energy left at all, so Jacob might be looking to get past Lights this lap as well. It seems like Lights is struggling on those hards. All of these hard runners actually look like they're struggling.
Well, if they're struggling, I think the medium runners won't be too far off either, because they've done 12 and 18 laps respectively.
Yeah, at the moment the mediums do seem a bit quicker though. Crush though has made up a ton of time, 4 attempts in the last lap on Seb. That's not good for Seb.
No, it isn't, but I think it's still going to go down to the last races. I think Conrod's had a little spin at turn 2. He's going again.
Yeah, even if he finishes as is, it'll still go to the last race. Seb needed 9 points to clear Crush.
So for some reason, Crush wasn't using his DRS.
I wonder if he doesn't want to lead the last lap.
But it wasn't even showing that it was available.
Desync?
Oh, no, it's open now.
Okay.
As they start the final lap now.
Now, all Seb has to do is really maintain this here. He has a lot more ERS left than Crush, so if he gets a good exit out of the last corner and just burns through his battery, he should be fine.
I think
But
that's his plan.
it could still be close because Crush does have a bit of ERS to play with.
And I'm sure he'll be trying to build up throughout the lap as well, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be aware that Seb is going to be defending down that DRS straight.
Yeah, it all comes down to this last lap. This is going to be really cool. I honestly can't call it.
Forehead takes the fastest lap at 1:33.1. Seb gets a good exit out of this final corner. He's nearly 6 tenths clear. DRS is open. Crush is leaving it in overtake, but he's going to be too far back to do anything here. He's going to have to tee up a great exit out of the final corner, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He almost loses it on the exit there. Runs wide, and Seb is going to take the victory, followed by Crush. Then we drop down for the podium, final podium place. Saggy loses out to Bunnings somehow, even though he crossed the line first. Probably some desync issues there.
Yeah, so Seb pulling the last to first. Well done by him. Fantastic race. Saggy Kid qualified really well and then had the worst 2 seconds of his life at the start of the race. Dropped all the way back to last place and then managed to nearly get on the podium. So well done to him as well. Good to see Team Admin representing Jacob in P5.
Yes, indeed. Some much needed points for McLaren as Conrad comes across the line, P12. Forehead with fastest lap, but it won't give him any extra points as he was 13th as he crossed the line. And Beatty, the last of the finishers. Comes across the line in P14.
Puts it in the wall. Like only a Ferrari can.
And Crush picks up driver of the day. But it is Seb taking the win. But not the championship as yet. That will be decided at the final race of the season next Sunday. So it'll be Williams versus Alpine for the championship in Tier 3. And they both did the one stopper. So we had Seb, Crush, and Bunnings on the snag, on the podium, on the snag, on the podium, followed by Saggy, Jacob Meister, Ali, Lights, only F1 getting back into the points after having some issues. Then we had Striker and Scar Souls rounding out the top 10. Just missing out on points there was Joel on his debut, and then we had Conrad in P12, Forehead in P13, and Beatty, the last of the finishers, in P14. DNFs were Farmer Sam and See Me Skate. Wow, what an action-packed race.
Yeah, fantastic race. Awesome last lap.
Yeah, it was very exciting last lap. Went right down to the wire. But don't go anywhere because we have Tier 1 about 8 minutes away. So, yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll be back shortly. I've been Bandcamp, and joining me tonight has been Psycho, and we'll see you in a minute.
See you guys.